YouTube just made it harder to qualify for monetization. And the timing is interesting. YouTube is also cracking down on repetitive AI content. So are these two things connected? And more importantly, what does all of this mean if you're a real human person using AI to build your brand, grow a business, and hopefully make some money on YouTube? I'm not asking theoretically, I'm asking as one of the creators out here trying to get there. And if you're a smaller creator too, well, let's just say it is a struggle. Apparently the mountain we were already climbing just got a whole lot taller. Are you ready for all of this? I really hope so. Buckle up, because the journey starts now. Ready, set, let's go. I'll see you all at the very top of the mountain.
Hey there, I'm Renee from Raw Branded, and I help aspiring entrepreneurs to identify and package their unique story and genius into an authentic brand and business that attracts their soulmate clients.
Hey there, my beautiful souls. I hope you're taking care and doing well. This is AI Dr. Renee, aka Amy, filling in for the real Dr. Renee as she is working on the next big thing. Just for you. The fact that I exist at all is kind of the whole point of this video, because today we're talking about AI, not just what it can do, but how it's changing the way people discover information, businesses, and experts online. So who's better to walk you through it than me? Let's dive in together. So here's what happened. YouTube recently announced major changes to the YouTube Partner Program that take effect February 1st, 2027. Right now, to qualify for ad and YouTube premium revenue sharing through long-form content, creators need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 valid public watch hours over the previous 12 months. Under the new requirements, new creators applying for entry into the YouTube Partner Program will still need 1,000 subscribers. But instead of 4,000 watch hours, you'll need 8,000 qualified watch hours in 365 days. Double the amount of watch hours by February 1st. Or, if you're trying to qualify through Shorts, the new entry threshold will be 20 million qualified Shorts views in 90 days. 20 million. Yeah, I'm gonna let that sit there for a second. Done fainting? Now, if you're already in the YouTube Partner Program, YouTube says this new entry threshold won't affect you. But for those of us with teeny subs who aren't there yet, hi, hello, present company included. This changes the math. As I'm recording this, my channel has a small but mighty and amazing group of subscribers. I'm building this channel alongside my full-time career, my business, and, occasionally trying to have a life. And I've been slowly climbing toward that monetization goal like a lot of smaller creators. So when I saw this announcement, my first reaction was basically, wait, you're telling me the mountain I'm already climbing just got twice as tall? But after my initial mini freak out, something else about this announcement caught my attention. AI. Because YouTube has also been getting increasingly explicit about the kind of content it considers authentic enough to monetize. Here's the deal. YouTube is not banning AI content, and it is not saying that simply using AI makes your videos ineligible for monetization. YouTube's policies are now targeting things like repetitive, generic, or mass-produced content, videos that essentially look like they were generated from a template over and over again, without meaningful original commentary, educational value, or creative input. Basically, what you may call AI slop. And its spam policy goes after using AI or other automated tools to churn out large amounts of highly similar content with minimal changes. Now, if you've watched this channel before, you know that I use AI pretty often. I use it to help me research and fast-track my workflow. I experiment with AI tools, art, and visuals. But there's a big difference between using AI to create with you and using AI to replace you. And I think that distinction is about to become incredibly important. Let me clarify a couple of things. YouTube has not said that AI is the reason it's raising its partner program entry requirements. So I don't want to make a connection that YouTube itself hasn't made. In its announcement, YouTube points to the enormous growth of the platform, including more than 200 billion daily shorts views and more than 1 billion hours of watch time on TVs every day. And his team says these changes will allow it to invest in new ways for creators to earn. So we'll see. But we also can't ignore what's happening to content creation more broadly. AI has dramatically lowered the barrier to creating content. You can generate a script in seconds, generate a voice, generate an avatar, generate images, generate video, and increasingly, you can automate huge portions of the entire process, which means we can produce more content than we ever could before, and so can everybody else. And at the same time, YouTube itself is changing. More and more people aren't just watching YouTube on their phones or laptops, they're watching it on their TVs. YouTube says viewers now watch more than 1 billion hours of YouTube on television screens every day. Think about that. You're not just competing with another creator's video anymore. Increasingly, you're competing for the same attention people give to traditional entertainment. Hey, I always have YouTube playing in my background, so I can definitely see that. And with all of this, you've got more content being created, more AI content being easier to produce, and increasingly higher expectations from viewers. That's a very different YouTube from the one many of us creators started on. And now, we're all competing for the very same thing, attention. So whether or not AI directly caused YouTube to make this particular change, I think these developments point towards something much bigger that's happening online. The barrier to creating content is getting lower at exactly the same time that the barrier to earning from content is getting higher. And that is something every creator and every professional trying to build a brand online needs to pay attention to. This is where I also had to talk to myself a little bit, because when I first heard this news, my brain immediately went, okay, I need to produce more videos. Maybe I need to upload twice a week. Maybe I need to make more shorts. Maybe I need to work harder. Maybe I need to somehow find more hours in a day that already does not have enough hours in it. And if you're building a channel while working a full-time job, running a business, raising a family, and or just generally being a human being with responsibilities, you probably understand that feeling. But then I realized making twice as much content doesn't necessarily mean getting twice as many views. And it definitely doesn't guarantee twice the watch time. Which means I needed a different strategy. I needed a better way to climb this mountain. So I'm not convinced the answer is everybody, everyone become a content factory. No. In fact, I think these changes might be telling us the exact opposite. Hang on for it. Because when content itself becomes abundant, something else becomes more valuable. Perspective, expertise, trust, personality, experience, and story. I think this goes even deeper than personal branding, because as technology enters our lives, it's more important than ever to stay grounded in who we actually are. Your intuition, your values, your energy, your lived experiences, the things you feel called to share, even when an algorithm isn't necessarily telling you to talk about them. AI can help amplify those things, but first, you have to be connected enough to yourself to know what you're actually trying to say. And that is something I don't think we should outsource to a machine. These are all the real reasons somebody wants to hear something from you instead of asking an AI to just simply generate an answer. In other words, your personal brand matters. I've worked in branding, marketing, and communications for years. And one of the things I keep thinking about as AI becomes more powerful is that we're entering this strange paradox. AI can help us create more than ever before, but because everybody has access to those tools, simply being able to create something isn't necessarily the competitive advantage anymore. Your advantage becomes what you're bringing to the technology, your judgment, your experience, your ideas, your voice, your point of view, your story. That's the part that can't just be mass-produced. And ironically, YouTube's own monetization policies emphasize original, authentic insight and perspective. So as you're building your brand, I think the lesson here is use AI to make yourself faster. Use it to help visualize your ideas. Use it to brainstorm. Use it to streamline your workflow. Use it to do things you couldn't afford to do before. But give people a reason to care that you made the video, because I think that's going to matter more, not less. Am I thrilled that my monetization mountain apparently just got taller? Absolutely not. I would have been perfectly happy with the shorter mountain. Thank you very much. But am I giving up on YouTube? No. I'm going to keep building. I'm going to keep experimenting. I'm going to pay even more attention to which topics people actually want to watch, how I package those ideas, and how I can make every video worth someone's time. And I'm also going to remember something that's really important if you're using YouTube to build a business. AdSense isn't the only way your channel can make money. Yes. Ignore the vanity metrics for a minute. One more time. AdSense isn't the only way your channel can make money. YouTube can help someone discover you. It can establish your expertise. It can grow your email list. It can introduce someone to your products or services. It can bring you a client. It can create opportunities you couldn't predict when you uploaded the video. I've seen it and experienced this firsthand, so I don't want you to lose track of this fact. The barrier to making content is disappearing. The barrier to monetizing it is getting higher. And somewhere in between those two things, being unmistakably human might become your biggest competitive advantage. Maybe the irony of all of this technology is that it's forcing us to reconnect with something much more fundamental, ourselves. If you're trying to figure out what all of this means for your own brand or business, that's exactly the work I do. You can work with me one-on-one, where we can take a deeper look at your unique positioning, your brand, and how you can use AI strategically without losing what makes your work yours. And if you're earlier in the process and you need the fundamentals of building an online brand and business, from identifying your niche and building your platform to creating content, growing an audience, and developing your offers, check out my course, The Product Is You. The details are in the description below. And if you're a creator staring at these new YouTube requirements and thinking, seriously? Trust me, I get it. Does this change make you want to work harder toward monetization, or does it make you want to stop trying altogether? Let me know in the comments, because apparently we've got a mountain to climb. And we'll do it together. Are you ready? Let's keep moving towards that peak. And if this video resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can keep seeing videos like this one in your feed. Thank you so much for watching, and of course, I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye for now.